So I'm going to do a few songs by myself before Tim joins me, and I'm going to do this song. It's called Animus, and I wrote this many, many years ago. And I wrote this after I'd done a ritual where a very beautiful and potent energy appeared that I then just fell in love with. This man appeared as I was visualizing out of the eastern quarter, and then he started turning up in dreams. You know, and this was back in something like '99, and I didn't know this person in the manifest world, so I called the song Animus, the divine masculine that resides within every woman, according to Jung. And yeah, and then in 2007 I met Tim, and it was him. Yeah, it really was. And then Tim grew up beside the Los Animas River in New Mexico, and yeah, so now I kind of think, wow, that energy was bubbling away there all those years, waiting for us. So here we go, Animus. On a ritual night, you return to me. The eastern doorway of eternity. From the world without and the world within me. Followed you down there. In a dream last night, and your eyes of sorrow, you had held my gaze till I chose to follow to the world without and the world within me, to the world I'd lost, where I knew my soul would be. Followed you down there. requested last night. And this song, it's a very sacred song to me. It's called Singing to the Bones. And it's based on a myth from the Southwest, actually, a New Mexican myth. So I'm going to tell you the story and sing you the song. I learned this story from that fabulous book called Women Who Run With the Wolves a gazillion years ago when I read it. Right at the beginning of my journey as a witch. Maybe, gosh, it must have been close to 20 years ago. Anyway, there is an old, wise woman with the desert. And on certain nights, she goes out and she collects the bones of animals and she brings them back to her cave. And she lays them out, bone to bone to bone, just as they should be, like a beautiful mosaic on the floor of the cave, joining femur to hip, the line of the vertebrae, the skull. And when the animal is just as it should be, she begins to sing low and deep. And as she sings, sinew begins to bind the bones together. She sings flesh onto the bones. She sings fur. She sings the heart into beating, the lungs into breathing. And as she sings, a moment of magic, and the animal's eyes open, and it leaps up from the floor of the cave and runs out wild into the desert night. And we are that animal, and we are those bones, and we are that cave, and we are that woman, and we are that song. And when we think that we have lost so much, or we hurt so much, or are experiencing so much pain that we think we can't survive, how can we possibly survive and hurt this much? And yet we do. When we are so stripped back that not a piece of flesh is left on our bones, then we find a part of ourselves that is strong and resilient, that is pure. And we begin to sing ourselves back into being. I find you lying whitened, bleached. There's sun and buried by the snow of winter. a child, I had lost you. I felt my flesh was frozen. I felt my mind was hollow. Alone, singing to the bones, singing to the bones. Ooh, singing to the bones. Oh, the darkness soothes my sorrow, takes me through the line of reason, takes me to the place of shadow. Singing to the bones, singing to the bones. Ooh, singing to the bones. Oh, this night is holier than I can fathom, and I see you turning back to face you. Alone, singing to the bones, singing to the bones. Ooh, singing to the bones. Okay, so this next song is called Think of the Day, and doing a few oldies actually to start this set off with. This is from my album Daily, which is my second album, and throughout my life I've gone through big cycles of, you know, as all of us do, cycles of life and death, and you know, that last song, Singing to the Bones, we all go through those times of when we find ourselves in the underworld, often unwillingly. Often we just find ourselves catapulted down there, sometimes through a particular reason, like exhaustion or the loss of a loved one or something like that, and sometimes just not any obvious reason at all. We just find ourselves down there. And so for many, many years, I would go through incredibly epic cycles of, I guess, depression, you know. And, but these were, although it was deeply painful times for me, and sometimes dangerously so, I learned a lot from that. And, you know, every now and then I still find myself in those places. But the thing is, the difference now, after 20 plus years of conscious journeying as a witch, I have that mythological map, really, that allows me, that gives me clues and insights and reminders, and that, hey, this is okay. It's okay to be down here. You don't have to claw your way to surface straight away. You can linger here and do the deep work and then resurface, you know. And of course, just being a lover and observer of nature, we know everything is cyclic, you know. But I wrote this particular song at the point, you know, I guess I was probably going through my Saturn return, like late 20s, maybe, you know, early 30s, something like that. And, you know, I was really finding myself caught in this really painful cycle of descent and inevitable rebirth and descent again. So I wrote this song to myself as a reminder, as a little message that when I'm down in the underworld, to remember that there's also the upper world. And sometimes when we're in that place, it's really hard, when we're feeling really down, it's really hard to remember that this isn't the only reality, that there's a whole other world that's shining, and both are valid and both are beautiful in their way. But yeah, this was my reminder to myself, just to hang in there and remember that there's that day follows night. So this is called Think of the Day. When you have faded away, when you are lost to the night, may you return to me, may all your battles be easy to fight. Sometimes the underworld calls you away. When you're lost to light, think of the day I'm disappointed in you, walking the path that is worn. What are you meant to do? Should I expect you to hold back the dawn? I know the underworld needs to be fed. Sometimes I feel you are too easily led. Dark for keeping you whole. May all your choices be ones that intrinsically honor your soul. Sometimes the underworld calls you rain. When you are far below, think of the day to perform the symbolic great rite. And yeah, this beautiful balance of, and I loved the words in that ritual that were honouring the divine masculine and the divine feminine as equals. What a beautiful energy. And of course, you know, that's definitely where I'm coming from. Really the goddess and God are one. It's all one. We're all one. Everything's one, you know. And but to feel that energy of recognition of the balance of the opposites, and that both are equally honoured and equally divine, and that both God and Goddess reside within each and every one of us in whichever forms or names or imaginings that we choose to feel them within. So that was really lovely. I felt very honoured. So I think I'm going to share this song now, which is a song about that coming together of the goddess and God, based on a very ancient Greek creation myth, predates the Olympian creation myths, and it really starts with the goddess, or really it starts with chaos and with the great void, and then the goddess is yearning for another, for the other, and she begins to dance with the north wind, and the north wind becomes a serpent who then becomes her lover, and she becomes pregnant to this energy and turns herself into a dove and lays the cosmic egg. And one of the beautiful things about this story is at that point, it's the God energy, the divine masculine as the snake that wraps around the egg and incubates that. And once the egg is ready, it splits open, and out of it comes everything about the universe. You know, it's a beautiful story of balance, just lovely. And it begins. You know, the ancient tellings of it begin with the words, "She danced alone upon the waves," which is just so beautiful. So I wrote a song. When I read that, I wrote a song about it. So here we go. She danced alone upon the wave, alone upon the water, alone upon the water. She took the north wind by the tail, caressed him till she felt the serpent's scale. He coiled around her limbs divine, her dance as wild as fire, her dance as wild as fire. She had created sea from sky, and knew her lover loved her movements. Once she divided the sky from the ocean. All of creation was then set in motion, becoming dove upon the sea. She laid the egg that held eternity. The serpent spiraled around its form and cradled in his magic, cradled in his magic. The sacred vessel soon grew warm and split to open all existence. Out of it tumbled the earth and her creatures, rivers and mountains and forests and beaches. Out of it sun, out of it moon. She danced alone upon the wave, and born of chaos was existence. And born of chaos was existence. Thank you. So I'm going to do one more song now, and then you'll join me for the last couple. Is that good? This song is an extra special one for me. It's from my very first album called Zero, and this is the title track. And I only bring this song out now on very special occasions, and this is one. So, yeah, Zero is the beginning and the end. It's like the Fool in the tarot, but also the world. So it's the beginning and also completion. It's loaded with possibility. So I guess, you know, calling my first album Zero was really honouring both of those energies, saying I'm ready to step out in the world, but also I'm the fool, you know. So this song is a magical spell, and I do 4 verses, and each of those verses honours one of the elements. So I'd like us to consciously, if you're up for it, of course, for the good of all and according to the free will of all, for us to consciously raise some energy during this song. I would like us to raise that, to direct that energy towards love and healing. I would also like us to send some very conscious love and healing to Nepal after that catastrophic earthquake that happened in the morning, this morning really. And just remember that we're all one, that that's also happening to us, you know, that those people who are suffering and losing loved ones, and you know, it's just awful, it just is awful. And it's been on my mind all day, and of course it has, you know, and we're all part of the one great story. So to just hold space for that, this is a big thing that's happening, you know, to hold space for that. And also to remember that each of us in our own way has our own big story, and each of us is always in need of love and healing. And to send that out to ourselves, and fill ourselves with that love and healing till we're just full to the brim and just overflowing, that we're so filled with the recognition and support of our community and our loved ones and our connection to Spirit and to Mother Earth, that we've just got so much to give that we can, an abundance of love and healing, that we can overflow that and let it ripple out from this room, right, rippling out through this community and out across Mother Earth to all those who need it, and beyond to the star beings and energies known and unknown. So, shall we do that? Does that sound like a plan? So yeah, as I sing in each element, you might just like to visualize, or really just, you can also just choose to do nothing and just see what comes, you know, but you also can visualize and allow that particular element to flow through you in whichever way you want. Gateway to an inner world, open the day, unclose the night, and life will flow through you. Now I see before me swirling element of air, a purple sky, to kiss the night goodbye. There the winds of birth of change flow gently through. All space is here, all time is now. All space is here, all time is now. All space is here, all time is now. Zero. So burn brightly, southern sky, summer blue and glorious. A zenith sun ignites your eye, and fire flows through you. Now I feel before me, warming mind and soul and skin, the cosmic fire fuse a fire deep within, wandering hand beneath the summer flames. I'll sing, yeah, all space is here, all time is now. All space is here, all time is now. All space is here, all time is now. Zero. So melt slowly, western sky, backdrop to the shadow world. Oh, life is danced before your eyes, and birds, they cut through you. Now I feel before me curved and rising like a cup, to capture twilight that the sky is giving up, love and pain and hope and fear and joy. Yeah. tonight, so beautiful. Oh, in moon, embroidered stars to navigate the winter. Now hidden funny silence, all the cold and clear. A humming song, a sigh of love, the passing years. Winter sun, you are so much more than fair. Yeah, yeah. Oh, space is here. Oh, time is now. Oh, space is here. Oh, time is now. Oh, space is here. Oh, time is now. So, cosmic universe spiraling here with us, everything you know. Sky above and earth below. Open each door and the elements pour. They'll join hands and they'll dance. They'll join hands and they'll dance. They'll join hands and they'll dance in a zero, 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 zero. There is one power in the universe, and that is the power of perfect love. And that love is perfect healing. And we, each of us here tonight, are perfect manifestations of that love and that healing. We feel it flowing through us now. We feel it in our heart center. We are pure love and pure healing. By the energies of earth, air, fire and water, by the goddess, by the god. Perfect love and healing are ours here and now. For the good of all and according to the free will of all. And so mote it be. Just to help us ground, a lovely lullaby about the underworld. It's called Night Sea Journey. dive. Water is cold. Water is cruel. Water that quickens your soul. Nothing, no, no, nothing is all. All is within. Nothing can soften her call. Turn from the shore. Leave your reason. Drink the darkness. Taste the terrible night. To the arms of Persephone, to the arms of Persephone, to the arms of Persephone. Thank you. Well, it's come to that point in the evening where we're going to open up our magical circle. It's been a great honour to be chosen as your entertainment for this sacred event, which I know is so important to your tradition, so it really means a lot to Tim and I. And we've been treated with such grace and respect, and we really do appreciate that. So thank you, especially thank you to you, Karen and Ron and Don and everybody. Okay, so we'll open up our circle. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Okay, I think we should do a little sing-along with this one, if you're up for it. There's not many words that you need to learn, and they're ones that you do already know. Earth, air, fire, and water. Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is start a little chant. Have a sip of scotch and soda. We'll start that chant, and then once that chant's really going, I'll then, as you keep singing, I'll say goodbye and thank you to each of the elements, okay? So, do this one in B minor with the capo on the... Yeah. Maybe, yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, that's good. still unbroken. The circle is open, but still unbroken. The circle is open, but still unbroken. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again.